Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me again today. So today we're going to quickly build a corporate website for a company here in Lagos, Nigeria. They already have a rough draft of what they want their website to look like. So that's what you can see on your screen currently. So this is what they sent me. It's a PowerPoint presentation. There are a couple of other documents. We'll jump right into it. But the homepage is supposed to look something like this. Now we would just pick a theme and attempt to build this out because the team is going to have its own page builder, so we can of course customize it to look exactly uh, of course better than what they have, right? So let's get right into it. uh, this is the cPanel, so I'm just going to click on File Manager. Okay, sorry, that's wrong. I'm supposed to install WordPress, so I'll scroll down and click on WordPress. I'll hit the install button and I want it to be installed in the main directory. So I'm going to, yeah, ensure that nothing is written here, right? So, okay. Okay, so I'm going to pick a password here. All right, and I'll hit the install button. Okay, so that was pretty quick. I'm just gonna fire up a WordPress dashboard there, and I'll hit here. So the basic version of the website that we've installed is displayed here. So there you go. And this is our dashboard. So what we're going to do next is to proceed to the theme installation, and we'll come up with that next. So I'll go back to our cPanel because that's the best way to upload our theme. I'll click on the file manager and I'll get into the public underscore HTML, go into the WP content, I'll select themes and I'll hit the upload button. What I'm gonna do is I already have a theme open here, so I'm gonna drag it into this the required place, right? And it's gonna upload. Now it's a small theme, it's just about 4 megabytes, so it shouldn't take long. All right, so let's just wait it out, guys. All right, so we're gonna click on that, then we would extract our theme, close it, and just to save space, I can delete it right now. If you reload, you would find Javelin is already there. So I'm just gonna go back to our WordPress dashboard again, appearance, and I would say themes. Our new theme should display there right now. There you go, that's Javelin. So I'm gonna hit on activate, and it's gonna ask me to install some required plugins. I'll click on this, so it selects all of them, and I would say install. I'll hit the apply button. What it's going to do is it's going to install the required plugins that allows the theme function and look beautiful. Okay, so it's installing, it's rolling. Let's keep waiting. There you go, all done. I'm going to click on return to dashboard. And now we would have to import the demo content. Okay, so I actually have gone through all of the demo content, and there is one particular one that I want to install. Okay, that's this one, corporate. So I'm gonna hit import, and I'll say yes, import. Okay, so that's it, all done. What I'm going to do right now is we're going to preview our website and see how it currently looks, right? So I'm just going to open it in a new tab and let's see. Okay, so that's our website. It looks nice, exactly the way it was in the demo, and but it needs a lot of customizing, basically because the client has requested something specific. So let's see, from the client's request, we have a top bar up here, then we've got the menu bar down here. The logo is supposed to be somewhere around here, and these are the slider images. And then we have work stats. Work stats, I believe, should be all of these right here. And then we have our services, which comes in icons in different colors. We're specific about that. Then there is our mission is clear, which we believe can come in right here in this section. Then there is a request, a presentation of visits, are you a job seeker? This will link to different pages. And then the clients, the current clients, okay, we already have a section for that provided by the team. And then the client testimonials. Okay, can we use this section for the testimonials? We probably can, so we'll work around that. And then there is a footer and a live chat plugin. So that's basically it for the home page. So let's get right into building. And the first thing you will notice here is, well, let's work on the logo, because there is a way you progress when building stuff like this. So we're going to work on the logo, the menus, the slider. I'll make that larger so you can see it. All right, so just so you can see it, logos, menu, slider, and then we'll work on the home page content, because we already have a content provided by the client, right? So in this manner, let us progress. So first of all, the logo. Let's get back into our WordPress dashboard. Where could the logo be? Let's go to the theme settings, right? Okay, you could find that here, up here, Javelin settings, and let's see. Okay, so now in the theme options, I'm gonna scroll down a bit, and okay, so there we can change the favicon or favicon. Still don't know how it's pronounced. And we're looking to change the logo, basically not in here. So let's go into the header settings and let's see. Okay, so I don't think we can. All right, so great, standard logo, we have it here already. So what I'm gonna do is click on this and I'll add image. I'll just bring, okay, so I need to bring in our logo. Okay, so add it to the folder. I'll drag it in here and I'll hit the select button. So that gives us our logo. Now we're just gonna try this because I didn't have to use Photoshop to work on the height, but here the team is telling us that we need a maximum height of 250 pixels. So we'll check that. If it doesn't work out right, then we'll have to fire up our Photoshop and work on the size. Okay, so top bar settings on. Let's so the company already has a website here in the new directory, lecnigeria.com/new. Right, so we're gonna pick some vital information from there. disclaimer, we also built this as a demo content during the process of winning the bid. So most of the content here is still demo, but it's pretty much it because we ran it by the company HR and they had a lot of changes to make. So this guides the content that we will be building now that they've sent exactly what they want. So we'll work on this. Alright, so I was trying to pick up the number and the email address, but apparently the number we used here is also not the original number. So I'll just do something else here. +234 call LEC, right? So let's just leave it like that. And I would say info@lec-nigeria.com, right? Okay, so the street address should be Lekki, Nigeria, working hours 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I hope I'm right with that. And I'll click on save now. Then when it's done saving, is it saved now? Okay, let's refresh on our website and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so there you go. We have our logo, Leading Edge Consulting. It's there. For some weird reasons, I cannot see the top menu bar yet, but I will. What I'm gonna do is fire up a new browser and we'll test and see what's going on here. Let's just wait for that to load up. Okay, so well, it's consistent. The header isn't displaying yet. That's something we'll work on as we go on. So let's work on the menu right now. And from the documents that the client is sent, they need home, about, services, partners, insights. So all of these, we're just going to create those in the menu. And you know what to do when you want to create menu. You come into the appearance and you see menu in here. So from here, we should be able to create a menu. We already have a menu here. So let's see, the ones we do not need, we remove them, and then we add up the ones that we need. Just so the menus show up initially, we're not creating the pages yet, but we will be adding them up so we can start populating our website with relevant stuff. So we have the home, about us. Okay, that should be about, then services and partners. So I would make this link nowhere for now. Put an hash and it's not going to link anywhere. Home, about. Okay, let's remove these ones. Let's remove them, and then we're going to add our own. So I'm going to say custom, and I'll say services. Add the menu. What's the next? Partners, insights, clients. So I'll repeat partners, repeat the same process. Okay, it should be at the bottom, insights. What's the next one, guys? Clients, right? All right, let's go back there. Clients, viewpoints, find job, contact us. All right, clients. Okay, so we have viewpoints, and I believe the last one is contact us. I'm just gonna move this down, and I would say this is the header navigation, right? So I'll hit the save, and let's refresh. Most teams call it primary navigation, but here we have header navigation, and basically want to take out all of this social media stuff in here. I believe the best place you can do that is to get back into the theme options, and from the header settings you should be able to disable all of those. So let's confirm that I'm right. Okay, so scroll downwards. Okay, let's keep going. Social media, we're gonna remove that one and remove this one, and I'll hit the save button and trust that it would have disappeared by the next time I refresh, which is now. Okay, great. So all of this has disappeared. So now what we've done, we've worked on our logo and our menus. Now let's work on our slider. This slider, I believe, is provided by Revolution Slider. Okay, so I'm correct. I'm just going to go into Revolution Slider, and what we will do is to replace the images, because the client has already given us several images that they need to be displayed here in the slider section. So I'm going to replace all of the slides here. It's the only slide, it's the only slider here. So I'm going to replace the images with that, or with those of the clients, right? So let's just wait for it to load up, and then I'll pull the images into a folder and upload them. Okay, so here are the images that were provided by the client. You can see up here it says moving banner content on homepage. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so quite a lot of images. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 7 images in the slider. What I'm gonna do is to save these images. I'm going to okay, the images do not look like they are high resolution, but I might be able to help with the dimensions of it. So what I want to do is to find out the dimension of this particular image that was used here in the slider. So I'm going to go back to, let's get into our dashboard, and I will go to media section. What I'm trying to do is to find this image, and I want to know its dimension. Okay, so there we go. I believe that's it. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to right click on this to copy. I could just see the dimensions here, 1920 by 820. But I could still come to Photoshop and gonna delete that and hit on create new. What it's going to do is, since I copied an image, the size is going to be here in my clipboard. I'll click on create, and now I want to copy this one provided by the client. My goal is to expand it as much as possible to fit this particular image dimension that we need for the slider. I would zoom out a bit, and holding my shift button, I would pull it like this. Now this might not be exactly what the client wants, but yeah, then everything is subject to change. Okay, so now we have that, and then there's a little write-up that the client wants to appear there. We'll do that in Revolution Slider. So I'm just going to hit the file, and I will export. Say for Web Legacy, just like doing that. So I'll say slider1.png. I'll hit the enter button. I'm going to delete this, and we're going to rinse and repeat the process. I'll select the image, I'll copy, I'll come to Photoshop, I'll paste. Okay, try that again. Okay, great. And holding my shift, I'm just gonna resize. Okay, so we'll do this for all of the images, and then okay, so I've exported all of them. Now we have 7 slides in here. I'm just gonna clean up. Okay, okay, so we have 7 slides in here. Now let's get to replacing these ones. So there are already 2 slides here, and we're going to replace them, and also replace the write-ups that are here with those ones that were provided by the clients, right? So for the first one, this is a write-up and this is the image. So I'm going to replace the image at the background. Click here, and I would say media object. So I'm just going to upload all of them for now, so next time we don't have to go through the process. They would already be uploaded. Then I'll just have to select which one I need. So let's just wait for all of them to finish uploading and I'll pick the right one. Okay, so all done, and this is the first image that we need. So select that one and click on insert. Okay, so the image isn't very bright, it's dull, and that's something I would have to address. So we'll get back to the client, let the client know that most of these images are blur. Okay, so let's get to the write-up part, and welcome to Leading Edge Consulting. Okay, so I'm gonna replace this with welcome to Leading Edge Consulting, and then there is this write-up here, a specialist management consulting firm with over 24 years of experience. Okay, that's long, so we'll take it one after the other. Okay, so a specialist management consulting firm with over 24 years of, is that right, of consulting, over 24 years of experience in providing solutions to 21st century. Okay. 21st century what, guys? Challenges faced by organizations. The century starts with capital, right? Profiling, let's get that correct. Open right. Okay, yeah. For organizations. Okay, and then the call to action. Take it for a spin. Let's make that get started now. Oh, yeah, in capital. Okay, so this is supposed to link somewhere right now. It's not linking anywhere, but I would enable. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is to make it link nowhere exactly, which it was doing anyway, and I'll hit save. The reason I'm doing this is I want to refresh and see how it looks on the front page of the website first before we go ahead, and hopefully we're getting everything right. Okay, so welcome to Leading Edge Consulting. It's a little bit small, so that's something we need to work on. We need to work on the size. So I'm just gonna click on this, and I could increase it from here, or I could come to style and increase it from here. So the text is 30. Let's make that 50, right? And this one also, it's 60. Let's make it 80, right? And this one is 18. It's really small. Let's make that 28. We increase it by 10. And I also want to increase this, and let's say I'm gonna increase the side as well. Okay, great. So I'll hit the save, and when next I refresh, the write-up should be a little bit larger, but that shouldn't be much of a concern. Okay, so there you go, it's larger, and the write-ups isn't coming out too clearly. We might have to change the color to black, but not an issue for now, because eventually we're going to have to change the image since it's not a high-res image that we're using. So let's not get bothered about the color for now, and let's get to a slide 2, which you'd find doing this. Slide 2, I'll click on that, and first of all we'll replace the image again. What's the second image here, guys? This particular one is the second one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, remember, we'll click in here, and that's how we change the background image. The lookalike, so which one is slide 2? All right, this one, because the name is slide 2. So I'm gonna click on insert, and let's see how that comes out. Okay, great. So let's get the write-up. Globally connected, locally committed. I'm gonna hit delete there. We don't need it. Or Ctrl Z, and instead of deleting, we could just make it not visible, right? For some weird reasons that's not working. It's supposed to make it not visible, but it's not working. Okay, it has worked. Some things you just cannot explain. I'm also going to remove this image. We don't need it, so I hit the delete button. What's the write-up again? Globally connected, locally committed. So that's locally committed. Okay. Um, there's an issue. It's breaking into the next line, but that's not the only issue. We also have a spelling wrong. Okay, so now that that is out of the way, let's make this better. So I'm gonna select it. Normally, we could just do this, so there will be more space for it to come up, right? Okay, so now you see it's in one line, and there is another write-up down here. Let's just copy this because it looks a little bit long. Okay, so I hit Ctrl C, come in here, double click, and I'll hit Ctrl V to paste. Now the color isn't coming out too nice. Let's see what we can do about that. Sorry, I'm supposed to go to style. Okay, so text color is white, and it has a background color which I want to set to black. Now what this is going to do is, observe, our write-up now comes out clearly. So I'm going to move this one a bit downwards to give space. Network of contacts. Okay, so let's also increase this a bit. Okay, so now our write-up is going to come out clearly, right guys? Alright, so if I hit save and let's refresh on our website, let's see what we've done. Okay, so that's the first one. Eventually, like I said, we'll change this background image. It's not high res enough. It's low quality. That's not what you want. So all of this comes up, which is nice. Okay, so let's move on and continue to work on the remaining